Greetings, fellow hero players. I'm humbly continue my little guide from where I left with something more to feast your eyes upon. I will show you what I mean when I show my tactics here, what I mean about picking this skill and that other skill. Now, as I said with my reply in my comment, I actually missed talking about lots of the spells or the spell trees and the magic abilities of the magic tree. So I will talk about them. I will tell you what, best in my opinion, what works good, what works less. I want to know something for you to realize or understand that I like more a direct approach. I like aggressive approach. I don't like using defensive abilities too much. I don't like, I like to control my enemy, freeze them in the ground maybe, which I will explain in the wall tree, and do tons of damage. So if you like to do, like if you have a hero which you want to do damage, like less supportive and more damage with your hero, I've personally find your gameplay somewhat ends up to be relying more of on your monsters rather on your hero abilities. Like, well, no doubt they bring the change of the scales in the game, but most of the time you would want to support your monsters, and that's why I said that having Dark and Earth are better, because they support your monsters a lot better. Monsters heal faster, have more defense, which is somewhat contradicts what I said, but having more defense means you'd lose less damage when they attack from close. So this also stands and holds my regard for an aggressive approach. Anyway, regarding the wind tree, storm winds a debuff for range units. This will automatically put a debuff on all of the range units. They will do less, 20% less damage. It holds for 5 turns. It's very nice. It's situational. If you find yourself suffering from a lot of casualties from ranged units, and like you don't agree with the approach of having go in there and kicking their ass, this is wonderful ability. This is great. Take it. And if you already took this, take this, because every unit that has been debuffed also suffer damage. So this is very nice. And obviously you would want to increase the damage of your wind spells, which is taking all the wind buff of the magic tree. And regarding the wind element, this is situational. Most of the factions do have, well, I think they are well balanced regarding the Shurus. Somewhat are better at having range units because they do more damage. Some are less. I think the Necropolis have the best range attack units, simply because the Leech does the most damage, has the best ability, replenish the health. I'm talking about being Necropolis as a faction replenishing and generating their units quickly and fast and efficiently. But anyway, if you feel you want another ranged unit, this is a great ranged unit. It cannot be retaliated. It has chain lightning spell. If it comes in great numbers, it does a lot of damage. It's great. If you feel you need another ranged unit, definitely pick this. Rounded. If I think top of my head, I can only think about 3 creatures, maybe more. I'm not sure about the others, like the harpies, the griffins, the ghosts maybe, like the manticore undead kind of a creature, like sphinx. I don't know what the hell this Dutch thing is. There's not a lot of creatures in the game that would suffer from this effect, so it's pretty much useless. I won't take this. There's so much more better abilities that worth your point. and you don't have much, especially in your first levels. So this is useless. This is great only in certain factions. I tried this in the Stronghold, the Orc. It doesn't work for them. Like, I tried to put it, maybe I know this is a bug for me. It's kind of odd because the centaurs actually have a bow. I tried to, maybe because it was a scroll, I don't know. It didn't work neither on the goblins, because the goblins don't have a real. They throw a stick on you, piece of meat. I don't know. So they don't benefit from this. The centaurs don't benefit from it. The only units that I think they benefit, neither the tentacle, the infernal thing doesn't benefit from it, and the succubus neither benefit from it as well. Not that I remember they do. I don't think they do. The only creatures that actually benefit from this are the skeletons from the necropolis, the archers, maybe the lich. Like, so if you're playing with necropolis and you want to have nice damage, nice control there, having like because as you can see, this tree, like, it helps you with your archers a lot. As you can see, it gives you an archer, see, like, debuffs the enemy archer, helps your archers, helps you protect your archers, helps you do more damage. Like the lightning bolt, this is good. This is especially wonderful. This 45% extra damage for your archers. This is great. Only if they can benefit from this. Obviously, pure damage for many units. This is okay. This is nice. You would, if you pick this and you pick this and you pick this. If you're already here, you're picking stuff here. You would definitely want to pick Dazed, because every damage that your unit do with air damage will suffer from a Dazed effect. Dazed effect means their initiative lowers. They will act a lot less. This is nice. Again, helps with all the range attacking stuff. This is like it. Earth I talked about. War. War is nice. War is all about crowd control, about slowing your enemies, about hitting them in the place. Ice armor, less, in my opinion, good than the earth armor. It has the chill effect, it applies the chill effect, it has, although, less defense. But if you enjoy and you like and you want to control more your enemies, take this, and obviously take the mass armor. Obviously improve your water tree with the magic. Ice wall, useless. I don't like it. I don't think this is useful. I don't pick it up. Frozen ground, this is very nice. Situational, if you're not able to slow your enemies enough after taking both Ice Bolt, which will freeze their enemy in your place, and Blizzard, which will slow, again, enemies in every effect and will damage them for 2 turns if they stay in that area or pass through that area. Also note that your units will obviously suffer from the damage and the effect from the area as well. Anyway, if you want more crowd control, more slowing your units, take this. If you're already here, why not picking up this? It will slow them down. This is very nice. This is like the... I'm not sure it's 100% the same. Actually, creature lose movement. Yes, it's actually the same. It's the same effect that the dragon, like the Chinese dragon, that the Sanctuary Functure has. It's like the same effect. So they actually lose completely all their movement. This is nice. And if you're here, pick this one as well. Decrease the duration of your chill effect. This is very nice. More slow. Talked about this. Icebreaker. This is something you need to be careful about, because having crits is nice, but it will dispel the frozen effect. So if you froze your enemy, and I would suggest freezing an enemy for a reason, because you don't want him to move, damage your units, because you want to get to him later or after he suffered range damage. And if you don't find yourself attacking the frozen target so much, don't pick this up. On the other hand, if you're like me, and you do hit a lot of frozen enemies because, well, you prefer a more direct approach, sorry, pick this one. Frozen Ring, or Circle of Winter. This is basically the same as Blizzard, only it does the same, like, more or less, triple the time anyway. It does the instant damage that Blizzard does. So if it's like 2 times this, like 480, it does a little bit, like, a little bit more damage, and it will apply the chill effect. So if you're already here and pick the Blizzard, pick this one too. This is nice. This is extra damage. But pick this one. Well, if you're in this tree, you probably would want to pick this one, because it's always good to concentrate on one tree and have another tree to support your tree. Light. This is something that does not appear for obvious reasons in the Necropolis Champion. Light is basically the same as the Dark Tree in the benefits of what it gives, in a slightly different way, and you will see what I mean. Celestial Armor. This gives you extra might defense, extra armor, and it absorbs 50% of the damage that your unit already have. So basically, if you're here and you're picking this one, don't pick Earth Armor. I mean, if you want your unit to be extra buffy, yes, but basically does the same effect. It will take less damage one way or another. So if you want your monster to be super buffy, extra strong, yes, pick this up. This and both Earth, and they will be super buffy. They will take really less damage, especially with Mass Celestial Armor, because it will absorb 100% of the damage, but less. So this is more for a short fight, where maybe you know your hero will escape, so your monsters will absorb all the damage that the hero does on the instant. Not to mention that if you have the right buffs, you won't suffer any damage on your first turns anyway. So this is only buffs it even more. Let's pick this up so you can see the shiny picture. Anyway, the light element exactly the same as the dark. Only one thing that I don't really remember is if it does the buff or not. But light elements are exactly the same. They both dispel, they both teleport, they both attack without retaliation. They're nice, they're good. I think also if you're attacking them, you suffer damage, but I'm not sure 100% about that. Maybe that's like the difference. If you attack them, you suffer damage. Healing, no brainer here. Heal the rest of the enemies. Mass Dispel. Okay, so this is like completely situational. If you find yourself, I don't like this. I think this is useless. My monsters are strong. They can suffer whatever dispel the enemy hero puts on me, because in 2 turns he will die anyway. So there's no time to waste on dispelling if I already know that my units can be buffed even more. Especially if I can do more damage. This is useless. If you ask me, if you prefer, you can take that. Useless. Retribution Aura. This is nice. This is very nice. I like it. If you're already here, you would definitely want to pick this one. Most, like, I think the light element has the light retribution. As it says, 42% of the damage, max 100% after you buffed it up, will be returned back to your enemy. So your enemy will actually suffer for attacking you dearly. So this is nice. This is even better. Things get even worse for your enemy for attacking you. All adjust in stacks. So if you send your hero, if you send your creature to attack enemy heroes, creatures, and if one creature retaliates, everyone in the area will get damaged. This is even more, like everyone around him. So if your unit gets surrounded, everyone will get attacked. 100% of the damage. So if you're going with the build of having one monster super strong, going owning everyone in the area, put this buff on him and it will just own even more. Like your units, the enemy units, will just pay dearly for attacking you. No brainer here. Buff your abilities even more, so you can do more. This is the damaging ability. This is nice. This is not as strong as other damaging spells. So if you can skip this. You can take, if you want a damaging spell, right? You can take Ice Bolt. You can take Lightning Bolt, Chain Lightning Bolt, situational. I would prefer to take Chain Lightning Bolt and Lightning Bolt other than Sunburst. It's nice, it's not that great. There are better damaging spells out there. Blindness. This is nice crowd control ability. Just like the Terror. Works in a different way. As it says, unit cannot attack, cannot move, cannot do anything. Means also that the hero will not retreat, because the unit will just skip his turn automatically. So if you're afraid your hero is left with one creature, put blindness on him, petrify, and he will not retreat. Also the succubus effect, like the charm, also does the same thing. So this is cheap tips for you if you want to prevent your enemy from retreating. This is something that I completely neglected. This is wow, embarrassing. I thought it was collection of, because it looks like infinite, so I thought it has the infinite icon. So I thought it contains everything else, around here. So it's completely my wrong for saying that. It's actually Prime tree. Didn't pay attention to it at all. I don't feel like I needed it so much, just because I played so much aggressively and so much supportive of my creatures. But I did check it out. I did try it out. It has some nice, really nice stuff. So you can just, as I said, this is more a supportive tree. So if you like a certain tree here, you can go with this tree, for example, light or earth, whatever light, and this will actually support the tree.